Hello, it's Amy from Be Healthy Enough. Are you ready for a 30-minute walk and learn? This walk and learn will be a 90 second by 90 second. We're going to walk fast for 90 seconds, slow for 90 seconds, while I share my top tips. I have 10 of them for a healthy fall. You don't need anything except a good pair of shoes, maybe a hat, sunglasses, sunscreen on, maybe a little water. It's only 30 minutes. You could probably go without water unless you need some, but make sure safety first. I'm going to go off camera so you can't even watch me. I'm going to show a really pretty fall scene. Phone in the pocket, earbud in one ear so you can hear your surroundings if you're on an elliptical or a treadmill or a bike or just walking in place. Make sure safety first. All right, let's get started. I'm going to come over to my computer. Here we go. This pretty fall scenery, and I'm going to set my timer in just 1 second. Here we go. Ready? And we're going to start warming up for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. There we go. 2 minutes of 30 seconds for a nice warm up. This is the time when you check in with your body, kind of see how your feet are feeling, see if you need to maybe adjust your socks or your shoelaces are too tight or too loose. This is a good time to just check in. Then start feeling how your feet are doing today too. They might be a little bit tight, but most of the time for me, when I wake up in the morning, my feet hurt. If I get moving, they feel a little bit better, as long as I don't do too much. All right, check in with your feet, ankles. If you need to stop and stretch anything out, circle your ankles around. Check out with your knees. When you're walking, I want you to make sure your feet are pointing forward, not out. And then making sure that your knees are going right over your toes, not caving in a little bit. This could be a sign that you may need to adjust your shoes or you have an imbalance. Reach out to me and I can help a little bit. Let's see, check in with your hips and your low back while you're walking. Posture always. Making sure that your abs are slightly engaged and your shoulders are back and down. Nice tall posture. Your head is right over your shoulders. I know I don't want you to trip, but try not to look down all the time. If you could look eye level, keeping your eyes level, that will help. Or if you look down quickly and get that chin back up. We got a little bit, just about a minute of a warm up, and then we're going to go fast for 90 seconds, slow for 90 seconds as I share my tips. I apologize this morning. My nose is going crazy. It is about September 17th, 18th. That's the 18th. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's not, it's only the 16th. That stuffed me up for a second. Anyway, for some reason, and the weather completely changed. It went from being hot to being cold, and it's going to be hot again. So that cyclical weather is just making my nose go crazy. All right, are you walking nice and slow? Do you feel warmed up? Bring your shoulders up to your ears and then bring them down. Bring them up to your ears and bring them down. Circle them around if you need to. Watch that they don't creep up there as you're walking. If you aren't used to walking with good posture, be careful because the upper back might get a little sore if you're holding it really tight. Go slow. We got about 8 more seconds of warm up and we're going to start going fast while I talk about tips. All right, you ready? Start walking fast. Heel, toe, pumping your arms. Abs slightly engaged, shoulders back and down. All right, yep. I love fall. I love spring and I love fall. In San Diego, we don't get this view you're seeing on your screen. If you're looking at right now, we do not get the big change of leaves like that. I do have a tree in my yard that changes leaves, but it doesn't happen till like January, and we are still up for some 80-degree weather. So, and our oak trees. That's how I know it's fall. Is we have California live oaks, and they drop acorns, and they're really pretty. So that's the time I know that it's fall. Regardless, I like the beginning of any season because it's a perfect time to reevaluate your health and wellness routines and make some positive adjustments because poor summer habits may have crept in. Are you thinking of one that crept in and you can't figure out how to get rid of it? This is a great time to reevaluate this. So I'm going to talk about in this walk and learn just some things to maybe trigger a thought of like, oh, maybe I should think about that or do something a little different. You've got about 15 seconds more of fast. These 1 minute, 30 seconds are going to go quickly. Take a deep breath. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. And you'll hear the timer 3, 2, 1. Now let's go slow. Take a deep breath in. Use this time to let that heart rate come down. This is called HIIT training, high intensity interval training. And it's much better for you than long endurance high. And it'll give you a little bit more than just a leisurely slow walk. All right. The first tip is stay active outdoors. Don't let that cooler weather deter you from going outside. And I'm kind of laughing at this because we had a really hot summer, and as so many people did from Canada, all over the country. Oh my gosh, my poor brother's in Houston, and Debbie, you're in Houston. Several others that I know are in Houston, and it was brutal for you. Keep going slow. So now that the weather's cooler, it might be even easier to get outdoors. But maybe think about doing some fall activities that you weren't able to do all summer, like hiking. We have a beautiful hiking area called Daly Ranch over here, and I just told my husband that I want to do that once a week. It's a pretty steep climb. It's a little bit rocky, but it is amazing. It's too hot to do in the summer. How about biking? Or how about visiting a pumpkin patch? What we do in San Diego here is a fall activity is we take a drive up to a town called Julian, and it's famous for its apple pie. And it's kind of a fall tradition for a lot of San Diegans. Unfortunately, now you can okay, here we go. And walk fast, 1 minute 30 fast. Arms pumping, heel, toe, squeeze your glutes. Feel the range of your heel to toe, and then when you push off, give that glute a little squeeze. Make the most out of this fast interval session of 1 minute 30 seconds and pull in your tummy. Use the tummy. Use your arms. Pump your arms. A lot of San Diegos do that, but you can get these Julian pies at our local grocery store too. Apple pies. And so you could also, we work off that pie. To be honest, you guys, I don't like apple pie. My husband does. I would choose a berry or a blueberry or a peach or something. Apple pie is not my favorite, or pumpkin, but I'd choose apple over pumpkin. Let me know in the comments below if you have a fall outdoor tradition. All right. We're walking fast, just about 30 more seconds. We're going to walk fast. I'm going to let you concentrate on that. And the next tip we're going to talk about for fall getting healthy is take a look at your eating and try to make it seasonal. All right. 20 more seconds. Heel, toes, squeeze the glutes, pump your arms. Let's go. I'll stay with you here. I won't talk. I want you to focus on walking fast. Keep going. Push, push, push. Take a deep breath in. Here we go. 2, 1. Now walk slow. Take a breath in. Deep breath. Let it out. All right. So seasonal eating's a perfect time. In fact, have you seen pumpkin everything everywhere? I was at the grocery store the other day, and there was this whole end section, one of the end caps that they have, with everything pumpkin, from pumpkin cereal to pumpkin coffee to pumpkin pancakes to pumpkin oatmeal. They had pumpkin everything. I took a picture of that. I'll try to remember. I'll put that in a blog that I have. But there's so many great things this time of year that are so nutrient rich, like apples. When we go to Julian, there's an apple picking area. Pumpkins, of course, sweet potatoes, beets, broccoli, cabbage, eggplant, kale, roasted squash, Brussels sprouts. I used to hate Brussels sprouts, but I love them now. And unfortunately, I love them because we cook them and we put bacon on top and some Parmesan and a balsamic drizzle. But they're yummy and they're so good for you. And they're all packed with vitamins and antioxidants to boost your immune system, which we're going to need this year to fight off this year's colds and flu and maybe COVID. I heard that's coming up a bit too. All right, we're going slow for just a few more seconds, and then we're going to walk fast. Deep breath, keep going, and now let's pump, pump, pump. We are at a fast interval, 1 minute, 30 seconds. The third tip is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Every season, I think I'm going to say this one because it's so important to drink enough water. In fact, if you need to take a sip of water now, we're going fast, pumping your arms. I have to make sure I do that because I'm talking a lot. I am just sitting here, but I get out and practice these to make sure I don't make any mistakes. So I will do this later. So drink, it's going to be cooler. And for us in San Diego, we get what are called Santa Anas, which are a dry wind from the east. So it's really important for us to get more water. And if you're on the East Coast or where it's cool, the heaters kick in and it gets a little drier. But so make sure you drink plenty throughout the day. Going fast, we got about 35 more seconds. Another fun thing to do if it gets a little cooler is sip on herbal teas. Those count as your hydration. Even coffee does too. I know there's controversy in that coffee is a diuretic, but you're still getting water in, all right? You might be peeing it out, but you're still putting it in. So it does count. And what you can do this time of year is try some pumpkin spice tea. Have you guys tried that yet? I've got some pumpkin spiced chai tea that is yummy. 5 more seconds. 5. Fast. 4, 3, 2, and slow. All right. Another tip for fall, which is fall is even better, a better season to kind of take a look at your sleep. I'm going to sneeze. I told you my nose is running. Hopefully I won't sneeze right in your ear. So prioritizing sleep. It's in general, all of these things that I've talked about, tip 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to tell you these every season, but this is the perfect time to just reevaluate. Am I getting enough water? Am I getting enough activity? Am I getting enough sleep? Sleep is super important. And I said earlier, to be honest, in the fall when it gets darker, earlier, it's easier for me because I'm part of the 5 a.m. club. Have you heard about this yet? There's a great book. It's called The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. I'll try to remember to leave a link about that. It's all about getting up at 5 and being a part of an elite group that gets shit done because you have a little bit more time. But getting up that early, I have to go to bed early. And in the summer when it's light outside, I try to crawl in bed by about 8:30. And I hate when I'm crawling in bed when it's dark, when it's still light outside. And the other thing about sleep too is it's important. Just slow for 10 more seconds. It's important to keep your room cool. They recommend 68 degrees. And in the summer, I'd spend a fortune. Ready? And walk fast, 1:30 fast. I spent a fortune on air conditioning, keeping my room at 68 degrees. And even better, when it's cooler out, the hot flashes don't seem as severe. I'm still suffering from those. I'm hoping they're getting a little bit lighter with some of the things I'm doing, but that's a part of my journey right now. So it's a perfect time to reevaluate your sleep schedule, your sleep environment. I actually am also reading another good book called Say Goodbye to Insomnia. I make a little note to myself in here of the links because I forget what I talk about. So the 5 a.m. Club and Say Goodnight to Insomnia is a really interesting book about cognitive behavioral therapy and reframing your thoughts about sleep. So maybe you can, I don't know, sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, I get so angry that I woke up in the middle of the night. It's a vicious cycle because then I get angry and then that gets my adrenaline going, my cortisol going, and then I can't get back to sleep. All right, so where are we at? So kind of taking a look at your sleep habits, what you need to be maybe redoing. Sleep is so important for your immune system, your overall well-being, and your weight loss goals. If you're trying to lose weight, 5 more seconds, fast and slow. Oh, we passed the 15. No, we haven't yet. Not yet. We're 13 minutes elapsed. So we still have 2 minutes before you need to turn around. If you're trying to lose weight, sleep is a key component. And I did another walk and learn, the vital role of sleep for weight loss over 50. I'll make sure I put that link there too. We're at number 5 now. We're halfway through almost. Going slow, take a deep breath. If you need to stretch out your calves or take a stretch, this would be a perfect time to do that. Reach your arms up to the sky. If you've been really doing good about holding your shoulders back and down, relax those upper back muscles, give them a little bit of a break, and get back to that. You got to be careful. And a couple women we had posture month in August of 2023, and upper back tight, like sore. You couldn't relax it. And that can happen. You can get a trigger point and you need a massage or really deep something, deep blue, ice, heat, everything to get that to relax. Go slow for just another 20 seconds. And we'll talk about tip number 5 is to get those doctor visits scheduled. I'm filming this, it's September, getting ready for fall. So you have October, November, December, 3 more months to get those things scheduled in. And you ready? Let's go fast. Heel toe. Squeeze the glutes, pump the arms. If you want, we're about halfway out. If you're feeling okay, if you want to do a light jog during these fast ones and get a bone building boost, go for it. If you just want to take like 5 to 10 steps of that, that'd be perfect too, as long as it doesn't hurt your joints. I'm going to take a sip. Okie dokie, schedule those doctor visits now. If you haven't done some, it's really important to stay on top of those wellness visits, or any vaccines, or if you do get the flu shot, get the flu shot. Get your mammograms, ladies. That's how I found my breast cancer last year. I do a yearly mammogram, and I'm very, very glad I did because it got it early. It also might be a good time to use up your FSA or your flexible spending account. Or if you've had a year like me when you met your deductibles by February, get some things done that you might want to not put off because you've already used your deductible. Perfect time. And also with getting your blood work done, maybe have them check your vitamin D. With the lack of sun coming up, we want to know how your vitamin D is. Vitamin D is the best. You get the best vitamin D from the sun, but you may need to supplement. 3, 2, 1. Now let's walk fast. We are at 16 minutes, so hopefully you turned around. Number 6 is to moisturize your skin. Let's not forget about our skin. We had humid summer, and the humidity is tough, but I kind of like it because my hair feels better, my skin feels better. For us, I talked about those Santa Ana winds that start happening in September, October, November, even sometimes. We even had Santa Ana's last Christmas, and Christmas Day it was about 80 degrees. It does make it warmer during the winter, so they're lovely, but it's super dry. And as I said, heaters coming on in cooler weather can make your skin really dry. So take some extra time to moisturize. I did find, while I was going through starting to get ready for my breast cancer mastectomy recovery, I found this amazing lotion. It's by EOS. It's called vanilla, and I love the smell. It's called Vanilla Cashmere. It smells almost like marshmallows. It smells super good, but it's so rich and thick. I think I found it from the lady that does my facial. She'll also do a foot massage or a hand massage, and the lotion she had was just luxurious. So I found this. I'll try to remember to put that link too. I found it at Target, and I did end up getting some on Amazon. But even with the cloudy days, we've got 5 more seconds of slow. Now let's go fast. Fast, heel toe, abs in, shoulders back and down, head right over your spine, looking out, and squeeze the glutes. Go. The other thing you've got to remember, that even though days may be cloudy or overcast, that UVB and A still gets through those clouds. So make sure you're wearing your sunscreen, especially on your face, not only for skin cancer, but for wrinkles and sunspots and all of that. I've got some favorites I have it on my blog post, but I'll remember to put, I'm a big fan of the mineral sunscreens now, just because it doesn't seep into your skin quite so much, and I'm trying to stay away from toxins as much as possible now that I'm learning about impacts of those things on breast cancer, although they have no data that says exactly that causes breast cancer. In fact, if anybody tells you they know what caused breast cancer and you should be using their favorite program, their special program, don't believe them, because nobody knows exactly what's causing breast cancer yet. They know the risk factors, sort of, but the research I've done. Anyway, moisturize, wear your sunscreen, We've got 15 more seconds of fast. Push it. Got about 11 minutes left. Keep going. We're on tip number 7. And what we're doing in the fall, go nice and slow, take a deep breath in. What we're going to be doing at the change of the seasons to reevaluate our healthy habits. The 7th one is kind of taking a look at your nutrition. Did you have a great summer and didn't worry about what you were eating or drinking? You enjoyed those margaritas, you enjoyed those ice cream cones, you enjoyed everything. Yay! I would not scold you at all for that. We need to do this every once in a while. Otherwise, we'll go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Life is just too freaking short not to enjoy that cake or that special occasion. But the beginning of this time is a perfect time to see if you let those things become a habit. Are you having more of that glass of wine every night? That's another thing. I've found that breast cancer really need to watch your alcohol intake. If you're a woman, no more than 1 glass, if any, a night, and men too. I don't understand that because some men I know are thinner than me, but I don't understand that one. Anyway, so it's a great time to review your nutrition. I like to really get serious and do a food journal or a food tracker for only 1 to 2 weeks. Perfect time to just start logging all the food you're eating. Going slow for 10 more seconds, and then we're going to go fast. You can do it with just a journal. It's just really eye-opening. And let's go fast. Another fast round for 1:30. It's really eye-opening. You could sometimes start just blindly eating. I know I do sometimes, just grabbing a handful of nuts. So it's a great way to just evaluate it. I do it mainly for I'm burping. For the calories, kind of seeing how many calories I really am eating. But most importantly, I do it to see if I'm getting enough protein and enough calcium and some of the other nutrients. So an online food tracker, I use my Fitbit. I have a Fitbit and they have a food tracker in the app. It's already on my phone. I've tried my Fitness Pal, which is really good too. There's my food journal. There's a lot of them out there, and they make it really easy to add in the things that you're eating, and you can kind of get a really good assessment of, are you getting enough protein? Are you getting enough calcium? Are you getting way too many calories? And it's really simple, but I wouldn't do it for a long period of time. It's just a good way to check in beginning of every season. Maybe check in for a week, maybe 2, see how you're doing, clean up some things, and it'll make your life easier for the rest of the season. All right, 15 more seconds of fast. Pump those arms. We're coming down the wire. Pump those arms. Make sure that you're squeezing your glutes, getting the most out of this, doing a light jog if you want. And we're going to go slow, 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 slow. Good job. We've got 2 more fast sessions and then we'll be done. I'm on number 8. Wash your hands. That's the tip number 8. Something that we should be doing all year round. But the reason I'm saying this is mainly because of the cold and the flu season coming up. And my nose is stuffy. It's not a cold. It feels like, man, I'm so sorry. You're hearing me sniffle. It is a perfect time to just be vigilant about hand washing. And now as I'm filming this one, COVID is on the rise. So it's always a good thing, good reminder, even at home, to be washing your hands. It's kind of a silly one to put in there, but it's a good way to evaluate. Number 9, I think, is even more important, is be kind to yourself. This is a great time of year to just reevaluate things. The days, we got the fall, we got the holidays coming up, pumpkin spice lattes, Halloween candy. The shorter days for a lot of people with the lack of sun can cause, or if you can't get outside, can affect your mood. And the flu season and COVID and all that stuff can cause sickness. So you really need to let's go. Hold on 1 second. Let's go fast. Last 2, go, push it, make the most of this one. You want to make sure that you're listening to your body. So perfect time to reevaluate how your body feels, how, not just your body, but your mind. How is your mood? How is your feelings towards your family, towards the upcoming holidays? Start journaling, maybe some meditating. I know the holidays for some people are not a good time of year because maybe you've lost someone, or just in general, spending time with family just drives you insane. It can be so much for so many. So it's a perfect time of year. Maybe it's time to maybe go get some help. I am a huge proponent of therapy. There's a lot of online apps, ask a friend, ask me. I've got some good therapists that I use for my, if you're local, but a lot of them do Zoom now. I used for my breast cancer, trying to make sure that I came out even better on the other side of this journey. Keep going fast. You got about 20 more seconds. But it might be time to take a look at that. Maybe a lot of insurance pay for some therapy sessions. Why not start the season talking to someone, getting a different perspective on some of the feelings that you're having? If you're beating yourself up from the summer weight that you gained, ready? And go slow. Or you're freaking out because of the parties and all the temptations. Talk to somebody, maybe help get some strategies to deal with it for the rest of the year. The last one I'm going to milk because we still have 4 more minutes is stay active indoors. All right. Yes, even in San Diego, getting outdoors in the fall can be a challenge if it's really windy. And if that's the case, the best thing to do is find ways to fit exercise that you need. Now, what do you need if you're a woman over 50? You're out walking. And walking is amazing. I do it every single day, sometimes twice a day. In the morning, it's my mental health, getting out in nature. One of the key habits of a growth-minded person, which I'm considering myself one of those, waking up early, 5 a.m., getting outside in nature for 30 minutes. And this is not my exercise. This is what I do. Some days I call it my exercise because it's my recovery day after strength training. But if you're a woman over 50, walking is not enough. Did you hear that? Walking is not enough. If you are not doing strength training, you are missing out on a key component of longevity. Also, flexibility and balance and posture and just mobility, all of that. Okay, last fast. Are you ready to go? Last fast, 30 seconds while I lecture you. Okay, so if you're not doing strength training, you need to fit that in. And I'm talking just twice a week. You need to be putting resistance on your muscles and your bones, because if you don't, you will lose them. Sedentary lifestyle is not your friend. It causes muscle mass loss, which already starts to happen when we hit our 30s. It causes bone loss, which already starts to happen. So you have to combat all those things. Mother Nature is conspiring to get you to be a feeble old woman. And you do not want to do that. You want to be that fun older woman that's doing all those amazing things. People are going, wow, I can't believe she can do that at her age. I hate when people say that, but I do. I want people to say when I'm 80, like, I can't believe she's still doing that at 80. I want you to think about that and get that picture in your head. And if that's what you want, you need to be doing strength training again, in just 2 days a week. You have to make it easy. If you are not the person that likes to do online workouts, I don't recommend that. You're going to have to go get yourself into the car and go drive to a gym. But if you can do online workouts and you want your own app to make it easy, I'm going to start selling you. I know some of you listening are already members, but I do put this on YouTube, my podcast on YouTube. That's great. You did it. Cool down. And I've got an app. We've got over, right as I'm filming this, but I just uploaded 7 more workouts for October. I've got over 500 now with an app, workout plans, and you can check it out for free for 7 days if you are not a member. Okay, conclusion as we slow down for 2 minutes. Fall is the perfect time of year, any beginning of a season, to reevaluate some of those bad habits that crept in, making sure you have a healthy and vibrant season. Embrace the seasonal fresh produce, stay active, getting outdoors. But if you have to find some ways to get indoors, take care of your physical and mental well-being. And by following all of this, you could be prepared to enjoy all that fall has to offer while maintaining your healthy lifestyle and vitality. All right, one more minute. Let's stop, put one foot back, and get a good stretch in your calf. Oh, that feels good. I'm doing this with you right now. My calves have been so tight lately. We did a big walk this morning. Calf. Ooh, bend that back leg and get a stretch all the way down your Achilles. You might need a little bit more. I do have an after walk stretch. Anytime you're doing one of these walk and learns, if you're a member and you need a little bit more warm up than I do, make sure you watch the pre-walk warm up and then after walk stretch. You can do that any time of day. It could be good after the walk or even later on during the day. I'm sorry, switch feet, stretch the other calf. How'd that feel? Leave me a comment if you need to. Good, keep going. Take a deep breath in. You are done. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you took my comment about walking is not enough seriously. If you're a woman over 50, you must be doing strength training. Why? To be healthy enough to do all those things you love to do in life, but also to reduce those over 50 aches or pains, to maintain your independence as long as you can, and to reduce that over 50 weight gain. Yes, strength training is the key to all of that. Not sure what strength training is or how to do it? It is my passion, and I'd love for you to try my free basic full body strength training workout for free, all right? All you have to do is click that link below and I'll send it to you right away. If you like that walk and learn, make sure you give me a thumbs up and I'll do some more, or leave me a comment about what you liked or other things you'd like me to share. Oh, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, okay? That's it. See you in the next video.